also the Principal Advisor to the Reserve Bank's Department of Economic Analysis and Policy. Thank you very much, Mr. Jadhav, for joining us. What was, in 1993, what was what drove you to write a book like this?
Actually, this book has a very interesting genesis. My father and mother both were illiterate. They never went to school. All of us have done very well. But, at the time in 1969, 1970, at the time when my father retired, I'm the sixth child in the family. When my father retired, he didn't know what to do with his time. And he started doing what he was best at. He started fixing things around the family. And that became a nuisance to everybody. As the youngest child, I had a kind of great chemistry with him. And I persuaded him, I goaded him into penning down his memoirs, whichever way he could. And with a lot of difficulty, he agreed. And when he did that, I was very happy. I was so young and so immature. I did not even care to read it at that time. Many years later, 10, 12 years later, I went to USA for my PhD. I came back in 1986. In 1989, after he died, those writings had a great emotional value.
Right.
And one day when I sat with them and read it for the first time, I was fascinated. And I thought that I must get a book out of it. So I edited that part, but he had unfortunately written about his life only up to 1948.
Right.
The rest of it, from 1948 to 1990, I reconstructed, speaking to my mother, my brothers, my sister-in-laws, and other family friends, and I put it all together.
Mr.
And it was
Jadhav?
published for the first time in 1990.
Yes, Mr. Jadhav, in 1993, that's the first time it was published. It got very good reviews in the Marathi press, but there was no English translations until you went and gained recognition in France. Are you a little miffed at the fact that the English publications and the English side of it didn't really recognize the book so early?
No. It's very interesting because after this book became a bestseller in 1993, and it has been bestseller for the last 10 years, during that period, I wanted to write the English version of the book. And while doing that, I thought that although I have written several books and research papers, that's my job, doing research, I thought that I write economics English and I should give it to some professionals.
Okay.
I did try some professionals between 93 to 96, but I thought the soul was lost. Finally, when I went to International Monetary Fund in 1998 to 2002, during those 4 years, I decided that I'm going to use every spare time that I have, all the spare time that I have for writing the English version. I did, and it worked very well because it was accepted by a French publisher, and he brought out the French edition before English, and that has become a bestseller in France.
Mr. Jadhav, now to make a book a bestseller, I mean, you have to have an idea of the pulse of the people, so to say. Very often memoirs don't really get onto the bestsellers list. What makes this book stand out? I mean, I must confess that I haven't read the book, and I'm going to pick up a copy for myself. But what do you think as an author made the difference?
I think this is very, very good question. If you look at Dalit literature, the way it evolved in India, in Maharashtra in particular, when Dalit literature evolved, in the beginning it shook everybody, it shook the literary world, and people were amazed to see the kind of life their own brethren had lived just in the outskirts of the villages. Now this became a kind of prototype as things for 10, 15 years, and then a stage came where the empathy was being lost because the feeling was that only the details are different, and nobody liked to hear after some particular point of time. Nobody wanted to hear how their forefathers had ill-treated forefathers of Dalits. So my book stands out in the sense that it has no bitterness. It does not blame others for whatever happened. In fact, the book has a very positive message. The message that the book has, as I see it and as people have seen it, is that if you have a vision about future, if you are inclined, you have propensity to work hard, and if you have burning desire to go with that, all the social barriers of caste, creed, religion, region, all those can be overcome. My father, this is the story of a man who refused to define by the circumstances. He wanted to define the circumstances themselves. And here was a man inspired by Dr. Ambedkar who changed, whose mindset was changed, and that changed mindset brought about a major material change in one generation.
Mr. Jadhav, if I can quickly interrupt there and ask you, you work for the RBI, you're also an author. How do you wear those two hats at the same time?
Well, I'm presiding over the think tank of the Department of Economic Analysis and Policy, and and I have been writing on the social issues on the side, and you know, it's not as difficult as you imagine. In fact, in the last 10, 12 years, as you know, I have been a public speaker, and I have been participating in seminars, debating and giving speeches all over because of the changes which are taking place. And I feel that if you look at the human face of reform, the talk about the human face of reform that's going on, that's where these two things come together.
Mr.
You have
Jadhav,
the economic reforms,
Right. Yes, Mr. Jadhav, I'm sorry we have completely run out of time, but a pleasure having you in the studio. And we'll keep our promise and not ask you anything on the economy because you wanted to be interviewed as an author today. Thanks so much for joining us.
Yes, that's what I told you. Yes,
Thank you so much.
Very nice talking to you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well, let's shift our focus back to the markets and a bit of a recovery.